Hello and welcome back to another reading of my Immortal. Now, if you don't remember what happened last time, we had our original character Ebony, who happens to be a gothic vampire living in a trailer park coffin community in the Hogwarts universe, going out on a date with Draco Malfoy. Draco drove her off to the Forbidden Forest, where they went off to have sexy time for the first time, when Dumbledore stumbled out of nowhere and asked them what was going on. And in case that sounded convoluted as hell, you're right. This is one of the worst fan fictions I have ever read in my life. And I have to admit, I'm not too into too many of them. But apparently I'm starting out with one of the worst. So, I guess without any further ado, let's get started with Chapter 5. With another author's note. Now, I'm going to be doing something akin to the last video, where I'm going to be putting down any special things down in that little black bar below, so you all can read along with how bad this really is with me. Enjoy! Chapter 5. Author's note. Stop flaming. If you flam, it means you're a poser. The only reason Dumbledore swore is 'cause he had a headache, okay? And on top of that, he was mad at them for having sexes. P.S. I'm not updating until I get 5 good reviews. Oh my god, we are off to a running start. Okay. Dumbledore made and Draco and I follow him. He kept shouting at us angrily. You ludicrous fools, he shouted. I started to cry tears of blood down my pallid face. Draco comforted me. When we went back to the castle, Dumbledore took us to Professor Snape and Professor McGonagall, who were both looking very angry. They were having sexual intercourse at the Forbidden Forest, he yelled in a furious voice. Why did you do such a thing, you mediocre dunces? Asked Professor McGonagall. Mediocre dunces, that one's going in the book. How dare you, demanded Professor Snape. And then Draco shrieked, Because I love her! Everyone was quiet. Dumbledore and Professor McGonagall still looked mad, but Professor Snape said, Fine. Very well. You may go up to your rooms. Draco and I went upstairs while the teachers glared at us. Are you okay, Ebony? Draco asked me gently. Yeah, I guess, I lied. I went to the girls' dorm and brushed my teeth and my hair and changed into a low-cut black floor-length dress with red lace all around it and black high heels. When I came out, Draco was standing in front of the bathroom and he started to sing I Just Want to Live by Good Charlotte. I was so flattered, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. We hugged and kissed. After that, we said goodnight and he reluctantly went back into his room. That was a short chapter. Well, that's the end of that, I guess. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, this person is putting enough clothing filler in to make George R.R. Martin blush. And it's not great. Chapter 6. Author's note, because of course there is. Shut up, preps, okay? P.S. I would not update until you give me good reviews. She's getting a little lazy here. The chapters might be getting a little shorter. We'll see. The next day, I woke up in my coffin. I put on a black miniskirt that was all ripped around the end and a matching top with red skulls all over it and high-heeled boots that were black. I put on 2 pairs of skull earrings and 2 crosses in my ears. I spray painted my hair with purple. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead. Okay, this is worth repeating. In the Great Hall, I ate some Count Chocula cereal with blood instead of milk and a glass of red blood. How gothic do you have to be? How much do you have to prove in order to eat Count Chocula with blood instead of milk? That is... Suddenly, someone bumped into me. All the blood spilled over my top. Bastard, I shouted angrily. I regretted saying it when I looked up, because I was looking into the pale white face of a gothic boy with spiky black hair with red streaks in it. He was wearing so much eyeliner that I was going down his face, and he was wearing black lipstick. That I was going down his face? I think, you know what, fuck it, I don't even care. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and this is Harry Potter. This is Harry Potter. You are giving us Harry Potter. You are giving us gothic Harry Potter. He didn't have glasses anymore, and now he was wearing red contact lenses just like Draco's, and there was no scar on his forehead anymore. Harry Potter. He had a manly stubble on his chin. He had a sexy English accent. He looked exactly like Joel Madden. He was so sexy that my body went all hot when I saw him, kind of like an erection, only I'm a girl, so I didn't get one, you sicko. I'm still saying this is satirical. I'm so sorry, he said in a shy voice. That's all right. What's your name? I questioned. My name's Harry Potter, although most people call me Vampire these days. He grumbled. I don't think they do. Why? I exclaimed. Because I love the taste of human blood, he giggled. Well, I am a vampire, I confessed. Really? He whimpered. Yeah, I roared. Your descriptive verbs are questionable at best. We sat down to talk for a while. Then Draco came up behind me and told me he had a surprise for me, so I went away with him. This is probably going to be a little bit longer, maybe, because these chapters are getting shorter. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. It depends on how much I can take. Author's note, my favorite part. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only writing this because I got 5 God reviews. In BTW, I won't write the next chapter till I get 10 good reviews. Wait, 10 good ones. So, stir flaming or I'll report you. Evany isn't a Marisu, okay? She isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. And she has problems. She's depressed, for God's sake. This is, I'm going to stumble over these author's notes all over the place for pretty obvious reasons, if you couldn't tell. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as he went upstairs. I was wearing Red Satanist Sings on my What? Is that a thing? Red Satanist Sings on my nails in red nail polish, author's note. See, does that sound like a Mary Sue to you? I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. And I get to read another one of these. We started Frenching passively. And we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. So they were Frenching passively, but enthusiastically stripping each other. He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra, and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine, and we had sex. See, is that stupid? Oh, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm, when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I had never seen before on Draco's arm. It was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it, in bloody Gothic writing, were the words, Vampire. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No, but you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily, and then stomped out. Draco ran out, even though he was naked. Oh, good. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. So am I. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom, where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. "Vampire Potter, you motherfucker!" I yelled. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. Whatever flassing is. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room, even though he was naked, and started begging me to take him back. "Ebony, it's not what you think," Draco screamed sadly. "My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, for God's sake," smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long, waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing contact lenses on. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on, so at this point she's paler than bleached milk. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Alright, her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still had nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. I guess this is an exposition dump now. This is the first time out of, dialogue that you've chosen to do this. Thanks for throwing me another curveball. Okay. It also turns out her real name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not in Gryffindor. "What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit?" Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Snape and I are going to get along well in this, I think, unless there's a sex scene. "Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco? Is that what you were insinuating?" Is the tattoo? Was that what all about? "I can't believe you chatted me with Draco," I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. Wait. Whoa, wait. We're switching perspectives? Okay. This is Draco's point of view now, I think. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Vampire, I'm bi and so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. "But I'm not going out with Draco anymore," said Vampire. "Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard," I screamed. Okay, now we're back in her perspective. Alright. I ran out of the room and into the Forbidden Forest, where I had lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. I'm gonna read maybe another chapter here, because this is getting good. Chapter 9. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? I didn't read all the books. This is from the movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Be Swedes. I said he had a headache. And the reason Snap doesn't look hairy now is 'cause he's Christian and Vampire is Satanist. MCI rocks. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, an horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was Voldemort. "No!" I shouted in a scared voice, But then Voldemort shouted, "Imperius!" and I couldn't run away. "Crookshanks!" I shouted at him. Voldemort fell of his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. "Ebony," he yelled, "thou must kill Vampire Potter. Thou must kill Vampire Potter." I thought about Vampire and his sexy eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looked just like Joel Madden. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and they broke up? "No, Voldemort!" I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. "No, please," I begged. "Thou must," he yelled. "If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco." "How did you know?" I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a "dude, you're so retarded" look on his face. I know the feel, man. "I hath telekinesis." Fuck you. Alright, I'm just gonna be the first to say I really don't know that much about Harry Potter, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't talk like that. "I hath telekinesis," he answered cruelly, "and if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco," he shouted. Then he flew away, angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly, Draco came into the woods. "Draco," I said. "Hi." "Hi," he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram, get it, between Joel Madden and Gerard Way. "Are you okay?" I asked. "No," he answered. "I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me," I expelled. "That's okay," he said, all depressed, and went back into Hogwarts together making out. Oh, fuck, and we went back in. This is so hard to read. I'm going to be stumbling all over myself in this, probably the whole way through, so you're going to have to bear with me. Because this is real rough to read. If you've been following along with this as best you can, I thank you for it, because this is a juicy piece of material. So thanks a bunch for tuning in again, guys. I'm going to put the link to the website where I'm reading this down below, and I guess I'll see you next time, whenever that is. See you guys later.